All right. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? I've been tasked with giving words of encouragement. Now, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I don't like standing in front of people, and I don't like... And words of encouragement ain't always my best. My mama said that my tongue just cut. So, I'm going to do the best that I can, and let the Lord lead me through this. Now, when they told me to give y'all words of encouragement, they only told me that I got 5 minutes. And what I've been trained to do is only teach in 30-minute sections. So how can I turn 30 minutes into 5 minutes? I have no clue. But I'm going to do the best that I can. All right. So I want to tell you a small testimony about myself. I used to be a correction officer in Georgia. And when I was a correction officer in Georgia, there was a situation that came along that basically caused me to lose my job. Now, of course, I wasn't there at the time and all this stuff, all that great stuff, which I think is a work of God within itself. But me working within my own power, which is all I knew how to do, I pretty much figured that I could get a job anywhere really quick. I mean, I knew my worth. I knew I was a great person. So I was like, yeah, okay. Anybody that just hired me. So I went out there meeting with hiring managers and things like that, and all I kept getting was a bunch of no's. So at this point, I'm kind of getting a little discouraged. My resources running low. I ain't have much savings, so, I was like in my 20s at the time. I wasn't worried about saving. So ultimately, I ended up in a place where I was just completely stressed out, did absolutely everything that I could do, and still was getting nowhere. So one night I just couldn't sleep. I was worried, trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay rent, eat, pay for gas, the normal adult things that we worry about. And I decided, you know what? I can't sit here and worry about this. I'm gonna pray about it. So I prayed about it. I ain't hear nothing. I said, okay, praying ain't working. So let's go for reading the word. Now, what I was doing, I was reading 7 chapters a day, and I was in Psalms at the time. And I made it to Psalms 18. And when I got to Psalm 18, God showed out for me. Wow. He poured into me. I felt this overwhelming presence. Like, it was amazing. He poured so much knowledge into me. He showed his love that night. And in Psalms 18, it says, I love you, Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield, and my horn of salvation, my stronghold. Now, I don't have time to give y'all absolutely everything that God showed me. I got 5 minutes. So, I'm going to impress upon you the aspect of God is my shield. God has basically been there through all of our trials and all of our tribulations, all of our troubles. And what I didn't recognize is that God was in absolutely every no that I had heard. Every hiring manager that looked at me in my face and said, we don't want you, was God saving me from myself. I was applying for jobs that had already placed me, like being a correction officer, it placed you in a dark place. And how do I put this? Every job that I was applying for was comparable to the pay and the work that I was already doing. It was literally going to place me right back in the place that pulled me away from God. So every no that I heard was God saying, you're not ready for that. Hold on. That's not for you right now. So with God being my shield, he guarded me from myself.
Yes, sir.
And I know that he will guard every one of you from yourself. And then God went and he started talking to me a little simple. He was like, I'm also your shield in battle. I am big and I stand right in front of you.
Yes. Yes, God.
So that means that I can't see past you most of the time. I can look around and I can see a little bit here. I can look around and I can see a little bit there. But I can't see the enemy that is right in front of me in most cases. So because I can't see the enemy that's right in front of me, I have to lean on him in absolutely everything that I do. And while I'm leaning on him, the only thing I feel is a little bump every now and then.
Yeah. Come on now.
Now, while I feel this little bump, that little bump was meant to kill me.
Yeah.
That little bump was meant to take whatever joy I had, whatever peace I had, whatever trust I had, any love that was in my heart. That bump was meant to kill that. It was meant to take it.
Yes.
And God sat there and he deflected it, pushed it off, pushed it off, pushed it off. So that all I would know is that somebody tried something.
Wow.
That's it.
That's good.
That's all I knew. And within me knowing that, I knew all I could do was just love him.
Yeah. Yes, God.
Then God showed me that he was mighty. Because he said, it's been 6 months. You ain't had savings the first. And you ain't missed a meal. You got gas in your tank.
Yeah.
You got clothes on your back. Your rent paid. Absolutely everything is taken care of. For 6 months, no job. Then on top of that, he said, I'm yours.